Overall, the cost of living in India is 68% less than the cost of living in the USA.
But there are a number of products that are less expensive in the USA than they are in India. Some of them you've probably never heard of.
What's up, everybody? I'm Benjamin Jenks, and I've been in India for over 900 days. But one day I'm going to be taking a trip back to the USA to see my family, and when I do, I want to stock up on the best priced items so that I can bring them back here to India. And if you're watching this from India, you may have friends or family in the USA, and maybe they're gonna ask you, hey, what could I get you from the USA? And you might be like, And if that sounds like you, then stay tuned to this video, because I'm gonna show you 10 things that you can buy that are cheaper in the USA than you can find them in India.
Plus, stick around to the end of the video where I show you how to get inexpensive products in the USA that's not possible here in India.
Now, before I answer this question, let's also give you a basic way to understand how something might be cheaper in the USA than cheaper in India. So for this, we're gonna go over overview, a tiny little bit of economics. Not my specialty. So when I say tiny, I mean tiny. Mostly accurate, but not 100%. The average income in India is about $152 US per month. Whereas in the USA, the average income is $4,012 per month. So in India, you're gonna find a lot of basic everyday items that everyone needs, such as food, clothing, shelter, chai, is going to be much lower priced than in America. However, in the USA, extra items that someone could buy with more disposable income, such as fancy clothes, fancy cars, fancy electronics, fancy appliances, those are going to be less expensive in the USA in general. So let's dive into our first item. Now, this item was the most requested item from the USA for our Indian audience. It's a lot cheaper to get Apple products in the USA. 80% of the audience watching this channel would prefer an iPhone or Apple product from the USA. So if you're buying gifts, that's the one to get. I myself am an Apple user as well, and my computer is from 2015. Getting a little old. The headphone jack doesn't work, SD card reader doesn't work, and one day soon I'm gonna have to replace it. And if I have to replace it in India, I'm gonna lose a lot of money compared to buying one in the US. A brand new iPhone 12 would be 69,000 rupees. A brand new iPhone 12 in the USA, $700. That's a big difference. iMac in India is gonna cost us 119,000 rupees. An iMac in the USA, $1,299. iPad Pro in India, 71,000 rupees. An iPad Pro in America, $799. I think you can see my point. If I need a new computer, I'm gonna be broke. No more chai for a while. Now, there are a few reasons why Apple is so expensive here in India. You have an iPhone? And by explaining these reasons, it'll also give you a good idea why some other products we're going to go through later are also expensive. So first, Apple has no manufacturing plants here in India. There are no official Apple stores. iPhone 11. Apple sells their products from other retail outlets. 5,000, 59,000. Because India's foreign direct investment policy states that any brand has to source 30% of its components locally if it wants to open manufacturing units in this country. India also has some expensive custom duties. The government's taking at least 10%. There are also other taxes. All the accessories we might get for our iPhones are taxed by a VAT tax, value added tax. This is about 12.5%. Now, in the future, if Apple and India get together, make friends, there could be some cheaper iPhones and MacBooks available here in India. But until that time, if you want an Apple product, you're gonna pay more for it. So get your auntie to bring you something from the USA. Alcohol is another thing you might want to ask for a gift from the USA, especially if you like wine or internationally known brands like Jack Daniels. India has some expensive taxes on alcohol. Now, it does vary by state. Some states do have some really low taxes. Goa, Pondicherry, but across the board, the taxes in India tend to be much higher than the USA, which also has state-by-state taxes, so it does fluctuate a little bit. And taxes in India tend to be based on volume. So something like wine, which has lower alcohol content, 5% per volume is gonna take more taxes from you than, let's say, liquor, which is one reason why Indian people tend to prefer liquor. But if you like an internationally known brand like a Jack Daniels, a Johnny Walker, a big bottle is gonna cost you about 25 bucks across the USA in general. In India, it could cost you as much as 3,400 rupees, which is almost twice the price. Of course, there are exceptions. For instance, Old Monk is a classic here in India, and it's very inexpensive. It's rum. My aunt says it's pretty good. But overall, this is the reason why alcohol is such a good gift to get someone here in India. Something for the ladies might be a fashionable Coach handbag. You can see that we search Coach bags here in the USA on Amazon, and we have over 1,000 results. Now when we search Coach bags in India, we see one Coach bag and a whole lot of other brands. It's gonna be tough to find some Coach handbags here, but you can probably find them in the big cities. But we do see one Coach bag, a small one, for 15,000 rupees. Or in America, you can see we have plenty of options for less than that. And that signature PVC double corner bag is only, boom, 90 bucks. Now the fashion conscious man in your life might want a nice Emporio Armani watch. Look at these beautiful watches. And as much as 376 US dollars. Over here in the USA, let's try to find this analog black dial men's watch. $206. Slightly different, but pretty close.
I want a house in the hills I pay big bills for. I ain't got in pocket. I want to empty out my wallet.
North Face or other branded jackets is another option for a gift from the USA to India. Back when I was a kid, a North Face jacket was super cool.
I want to stop motion, stand still.
Your references are out of control, everyone knows that.
Wallace and Gromit, I want to talk more endlessly.
And in some places in India, it does get chilly enough to need a jacket. I don't need a jacket down here in South India, of course. I barely wear socks. Although Amazon doesn't carry North Face, desertcart.india does for 7,500 rupees, which is just over 100 bucks. However, in the USA, that same jacket is $53. Let's see a better color. That's ugly. There we go. Whoa. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I want a Gucci bag where I can store my sorrows and hardships.
Another good gift might be the camera that I am using right now to record this. It's sort of old, but we'll use that as an example of how you can get high quality cameras in the USA for less than what you'd spend here in India. So I have a Canon DSLR 80D. Okay, so here we can see the 90D with an 18 to 135 lens is $1,599, and in India it's 126,697, so it's 100 bucks more. Buy your cameras in America, folks. One good gift for women, if you can keep it safe, is luxury perfume. Maybe the lady in your life wants some perfume. Chanel No. 5 is the gold standard for perfume. And it's a bit cheaper in America than it is in India. I searched for Chanel No. 5 and I'm seeing it's 190 bucks in America. In India is 15,891 rupees. Video games are also much cheaper in the USA. Similar to Apple products, India imposes some strict tariffs and duties, jacking up the price. So if I wanted to buy a PlayStation 5 here in India, the standard edition starts at 50,000 rupees. In America, I can get the standard edition for 500 bucks. One day when I retire to a life of luxury and video gaming, I am going to be buying my PlayStation over there in America. Now I could get a PlayStation 2 in the city where I live. Throw back to my younger days. This is the one place you can get a PlayStation here in my city. But the price here is gonna be much higher than if I were to buy one in America, because the supply of PlayStation 2s in America is a lot, so I could get it very inexpensive. Here, there's only one in town I know of, and the price is going to be much steeper. Although they do have a lot of games that are really inexpensive. Wonder how that happened. Another good gift might be a fancy health tracking device called Fitbit. You've probably heard of it. And while you can buy similar products here in India, the amount of options you have is far lower. And Fitbit has been in the game the longest.
Fitbit's most recent offering is the Charge 4 activity tracker. You can get it for $129 on Amazon in the USA. In India, the latest you can get is the Charge 3 for 10,000 rupees or $148. So $10 more for last year's
If you're
month.
liking this video, please click that like button. That helps us out here a whole lot. A lot of people don't know that Indians actually drink a lot of coffee, and it's only becoming more and more popular. India is the 6th largest export of coffee in the entire world. But what India doesn't have is many different options for craft coffee beans. In many different places in America, you can go to these small places that specialize in local craft coffee beans. So if you're looking for an edible souvenir from the USA, you might try some coffee beans.
We can see that something like Tiny Footprint Coffee gives us a pound of beans for $13 and some decent ratings there, and the list goes on.
There's also a huge market for secondhand goods in America where you can get high quality goods for low prices. Since people in America are buying so much stuff, they're always getting rid of their old stuff.
Craigslist is one of the most popular sites. They're available in most cities. And look here, I searched iPhone and got over 400 results. Laptop has over 500 results. PlayStation 5 has 45 results. And Austin's a smaller city.
You can get it for very cheap prices. In some cases, even free.
Free go-kart, free rooster, free printer, scanner, fax.
There are also stores in almost every city and even towns called Goodwill where you can buy stuff people gave away for free. Now, India does have something like Quicker and OLX. The amount of goods you can buy on those websites is much less than what you can find in America. Those were some gift ideas from the USA for India. What would you like? I'm curious. Please let us know in the comments. Like I said before, we were just testing some prices on Amazon, and the results will differ based on where you go. Whether it's New York City, Seattle, Florida, there's a lot of local things you might be able to buy for someone that would be much appreciated here in India. If you're coming from the USA, let me know. I got a couple things I want. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Please tune in next week for another video about beautiful India. Take care. There's also a huge secondhand market where you can get high quality goods for low prices.